on alpha, but a question on alpha for an intro to finance course, either for an undergrad, a grad, or somebody kind of like practicing for their CFA level 1. Okay, it's a very easy question. However, there's one that leaves students in the dust because they didn't want to look at it. They didn't want to add the formula to their formula sheet. And that's how you lose a free 5% and even a free 10% depending on this, on like the grading scheme of an exam. You do not want to be in that position. And that's why I'm going to show you the literal 2-second trick to get this question. Okay, it's so easy. It's really as easy as it gets. And I've seen it on 2 of my exams when I took the course back in the days. And I'm sure that, if, history repeats itself, it may actually happen again for y'all. Okay, so let's look at the question together. Please get your formula sheet available, open in front of you. And when you're practicing this question or when you're following along, write it on the top of your piece of paper or your sheet of paper, whatever, the formula that we're going to use here. Because oftentimes it's only a game of literally matching variables and then looking for the missing one and computing that. It's really I don't know what to say at this point. It's as easy as it gets. Okay, so let's look at this. This is Fuji. What the hell? Fujite. Oh, I speak a little bit of Japanese. So this is Fuji TV. Okay, Fuji TV is valued at $21.65 per share. I'm as cringe as it gets. While the return on the market portfolio is 12%. And I guess we'll start by defining variables already. Okay, so we know that, listen, who knows? Maybe this will be helpful afterwards, but we do know that the price on Fuji TV is 20.65. So that's pretty cool. We know that the return on the market portfolio is equal to 12%. That's pretty awesome as well. And we know that the return on Fuji TV is expected to be, all right, equal to, so you can just call it expected return, equal to 9%. All right, so that's awesome. And the risk-free rate is 2%. That's pretty cool too. So we know that the risk-free is 2%. And we know also, finally, that the company's beta is a beautiful number, 0.28. Wow. Sugoi desu ne. That's equal to 0.28. So we've kind of highlighted all of the information we need. And really, typically, the last sentence of a question will always be like your goal, like the purpose of this question. What are we solving for? And in this case, the purpose of the question is simple. It's, listen, what is Fuji TV wa? Alpha. Oh my God, at least I'm having fun with it. But sincerely, what is the alpha of Fuji TV? Now, if you were studying for this exam, you would have your formula sheet right next to you. And the first thing you're going to do is simply write the formula on the screen. And I mean, I'm going to do so myself. Like I have my formula sheet in front of me because we don't always do alpha questions, and I'm just going to write it down. So the formula for alpha can be written as this. So alpha will be written or equal as or equal to the expected return, all right, minus the risk-free rate. Okay, you put that in brackets, minus the following segment here. I mean, yeah, whatever. Minus beta times ERM minus RF. The reason why I put large brackets is just because I wanted to make it like simple and cute. Like even myself, I don't use it all the time. Like I know it's a daunting formula, but it's really important to just know that that's the formula you need to use. And what's awesome is that this is low-key all that you need to do on an exam. Maybe the craziest thing that they would ask you to do is to solve for beta, and they'll give you inputs and all. I mean, not even, yeah, they will solve for beta or solve for like the required rate of return, assuming CAPM holds. Like not hard stuff that if you studied all the videos or if you did the questions, you'll know to do, okay? But typically, I've seen this on exams myself when I took the class. I wouldn't be surprised that you would like see something kind of as easy as this. But the reason why I'm doing this, the reason why I highlighted this like set of information is because, listen, it's as easy as just looking at our formula and looking at the prompt. at the question and the variables they gave us, and looking whether they match and whether we could actually find them into our formula. Like right now, if we look at ERM, right, which is 12%, we know that we have ERM right here. If we look at the expected rate of return, that is 9%, we know we have it right here. If we're looking at the risk-free rate, we know that we have it here and here. If we're looking at beta, we know that we have it here. And therefore, the only missing input would be alpha. And that's our mission. We want to solve for alpha. I swear, it's as easy as that on exams. That's all that you got to do. So now it's a question of plugging stuff in, okay? So let's go about doing that. So we know, and I'll use a different color, use this. So we know that alpha is going to be equal to the expected rate of return, so 9%, all right, minus the risk-free rate. In this case, the risk-free rate is 2%. So minus 2%. Wow, it can be easier than that. So we're going to do this. Then whatever output you have there, you're going to subtract it by the following. So you're going to have this in brackets. You're going to have 0.28 times the market risk premium. And that's going to be 12% minus 2%. Right? Just like that. And this is literally like, you know, like this is elementary school math. Like it's not hard. I wish it was harder. That's what she said. 7% we will have right here minus 0.28 times 10%. So I guess we can maintain the brackets for continuity. And we're going to have this. Now, I'm no math whiz, but if I'm pretty good at math, which I don't know if I am, but 0.28 times 10 is going to give you minus 2.8. And that's a beautiful number, sincerely. And now you would have alpha is equal to 4.2%. Now, this is my first time doing the question. I could be totally wrong, but like, I feel like it can't be any harder than that. And honestly, there's no spiel to be had here. This is all that you got to do on the exam. As simple as that. Identify the formula, identify the variables within the question, as easy as, like literally as easy as that. Then you plug them in. You do some basic 5-year-old math and you get your answer. So A is equal to 4.2. It's as easy as that. I hope this helped you out. And don't hesitate to go on eastmanhelps.com or my YouTube channel to find an abundance of it's free material. You know what I'm saying? It's free. It's like high level exam-like questions that are going to make you actually like do well. So many of my students score 15, 20, sometimes even 30% over the average. So why not join them? All right. See you in another video.